Good morning student. Today we are going to learn about reproduction of a Kara. So Kara is reproduced by vegetative and sexual method of reproduction. First of all, vegetative reproduction is nothing but such type of organs are participate in this which are part of a somatic cell. They could not develop germ cells, and that's why they are called as a vegetative reproductive organ. First of all, amylum star is a vegetative type of reproduction. The star shaped aggregation of a cells loaded with the starch on lower nodes, and they detach and directly germinate into a new plant. Then bulbils, these are the small rounded multicellular or rhizoids which again detach from the main plant body and directly germinate into a new plant. Likewise, amorphous bulbils are many in numbers. They are small cell aggregates at lower node of main axis, and they also have capacity to germinate into a new plant. Like this, secondary protonema is a small delicate filamentous branch, and that also has capacity to develop into a new plant body. So all these are nothing but a vegetative type of reproduction. We are going to one by one see how they could germinate into a new plant body. So bulbils are small oval or spherical bodies developed on stem or root nodes. Bulbils are formed on root of C. aspera and stem of C. baltica. After detachment, they germinate and develop into new plant body. Amorphous bulbils, these are small cells develop and aggregate at the node called as amorphous bulbil. They are found in Kara fragalis, Kara baltica, etc. On being detached from the mother plant, they germinate and develop into new plants. Likewise, amylum star also has capacity to develop into a new plant with the help of multicellular aggregation of cells looking like stars, and the cells are densely filled with amylum stars. They are called amylum star. Amylum stars are developed at the nodal cell of the basal region. For example, Kara stelligera. Last one, that is secondary protonema. These are thread-like structures developed from primary protonema or from the basal cell of the rhizoids. New plants are also developed from the secondary protonema. So in this way, the vegetative reproduction is going on in case of a Kara. Likewise, these are the stem bulbils, these are the root bulbils, this one is the amorphous bulbil, and this is the amylum star, which are participate in the vegetative type of reproduction. And here is the some developmental stages of a oospore germination. As like vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction of Kara is an advanced oogamous type. The sex organs are macroscopic and large. The male sex organ is spherical and yellow to red in color, called as globule. The female sex organ is more or less oval and green in color, called the nucleus or ogonium. They develop on the nodes of the branch of limited growth, intermingle with the secondary laterals. Nucleus is always situated singly above the globule. Most of the species are homothallic or monoecious. For example, male and female sex organs develop on the same plant, but some are heterothallic or dioecious. For example, Caravolchi. Then come towards the structure of mature globule. Mature globules are spherical in shape and yellow to red in color. Each globule consists of 8 curved plates situated towards the outer side, which are the shield cells. From the inner side of the each cell, a centrally placed rod-shaped structure is developed, called as manubrium. At the distal end of each manubrium, one or more globule cells develop are called primary capitula. So, each capitulum develops 2 or more secondary capitula. Finally, each secondary capitulum develops 2 to 4 long anthradial filaments. Each anthradial filament has 25 to 250 cells, and each cell has anthradium, which forms biflagellate flagella, which are coiled and uninucleate anthrazoids. Thus, a globule can develop as much as 20,000 to 50,000 anthrazoids within it. Here is the development of mature globule. These are the various stages, and this is the initial stage, which has a few cells. That cells are redivide and form such a globule, and this is the developing globule. These are the developed globule, and which possesses 20,000 to 50,000 anthrazoids within it. Then the structure of mature nucleus or ogonium. The nucleus of Cara is oval with a short stalk like globule. It is also developed at the node of primary laterals just above the globule in the homothallic species. It consists of centrally placed one central cell, one stalk, and one large egg at the top. The entire structure is covered from the base by 5 spirally twisted tube cells, except at the apex, where they form a crown made up of 5 corona cells. The jacket of nucleus shows similarity with the neck cell of Archegonium of a bryophytes. So here are the developing images of a nucleus or ogonium. So this is the initial single cell ogonial initials, and this cell has capacity to divide and redivide into a mature ogonia or nucleus. So this single cell divide into a ogonial mother cell, nodal cell, and jacket cells, and they are redivide and develop a mature ogonia, which possesses corona cells, which is a crown like structure. These are the repetitive spot. These are the egg cells. These are the tube cells, and this one is the stalk cells. In this way, the nucleus possesses its own various different type of cells, which are actually participate in the fertilization. So first, after that, we are going towards the development of organs. So first of all, development of globule. The globule develop at the ends of branches of limited growth. So the limited growth are small in size. Single peripheral cell of each node function as the anthradial initials. The anthradial initial first undergoes transfer division, that is 1 to 1, and form 2 cells, of which the lower one is the pedicel cell, which forms the stalk. The upper one is the anthradial mother cell. The anthradial mother cell then undergo 2 vertical divisions right angle to each other, that is followed by 1 transverse section, and thus the octant means 8 cell stage is formed. Each cells of the octant stage then undergoes periclinal division to form outer 8 and inner 8 cell. Either the outer or the inner cell then undergo anther periclinal division, thus forming 3 layers of 8 cells. The outer 8 cells form the 8 shields. The middle 8 cells form the manubrium, and the inner 8 cells form primary capitula. The primary capitula further divide and form 2 or more secondary capitula. Each secondary capitulum further divides and forms 2 to 4 anthradial filaments consisting of 25 to 250 anthradial cells on anthradia, which are formed by the repetitive mitotic division. The protoplasm of each anthraedium metamorphoses into single biflagellate and coiled anthrazoids. So in this way there is a development of a globule. This is the TS of a globule, and then we are going to know about development of a nucleus, which is also called as oogonium. The oogonial initial is developed from the peripheral nodal cell of the primary laterals. The oogonial initial cells undergoes 2 transverse divisions, thus forming a 3 cell stage. The lowermost is the pedicle cell, middle one is the nodal cell, and the uppermost one represent the oogonial mother cell. The pedicel cell remains undivided and forms stalk of the nucleus. The middle one undergoes several vertical divisions, thus 5 sheath initials are formed which surround a central cell. The oogonial mother cell divides transversely and forms lower stalk cell and upper egg. The egg elongates further and forms an oval structure. The apical region of the egg develops the repetitive spot. Large amount of oil and starch are deposited in the ovum. The sheath initials elongates further and divides transversely into upper small cells, the corona cell, which form a crown-like structure at the top of the oogonium, and the lower 5 cells form the tube cells. The tube cells elongate and become spirally twisted in a clockwise direction outside the oogonium, which giving protection to the egg cells. So in this way the nucleus is going to be developed into a mature nucleus and participate in the fertilization. So then we are going to know about a fertilization. During fertilization, the tube cells just below the corona get separated slightly and form 5 narrowed slits or opening. The anthrazoids get entry through these slits. Out of many aggregate anthrazoids toward the slit, only one comes near the repetitive spot of the egg. On contact with the egg, it fuses and forms an oospore. This oospore is 2n number in nature. 2n number is a diploid stage, and the oospore, which is a hard spherical ellipsoidal in shape and having various color like light yellow, brown, red and black color. It is surrounded by 4 layered walls, of which the outer 2 are colored and inner 2 are colorless. Likewise, after fertilization, these cells are germinate into a new plant. So during germination, the nucleus of oospore migrates towards the upper region. The nucleus then undergoes meiotic division to form 4 haploid nuclei. The oospore then divides into 2 unequal cells, of which the upper lenticular cell contains 1 nucleus and lower large basal cell contains 3 nuclei. The nuclei of the basal cell gradually degenerate. The lenticular cell projects out by rupturing the oospore wall and divides mitotically by an oblique longitudinal septum to form a large protonymal initials and a small rhizoidal initials. Both the initials grow in opposite direction. The protonymal initials are differentiated into nodes and internodes and form the upper part of the plant body, whereas the rhizoidal initial forms rhizoids. Secondary rhizoids may develop from the lower node of the protonymal filament. So in this way, the fertilization is carried out in case of a Chara. Here is the diagrammatic representation of a complete fertilization. So this is the oogonia, which is also called as a nucule. This one is the antheridium, which is also called a globule. So this one is the LS of oogonia, which is haploid in nature. This is the LS of antheridium, which is again haploid in nature, and they bears a gamete cells. This is the antheridial filament, which possesses antheridia, and this is the sperm cell, which is haploid in nature. This is the centrally placed oogonia directly fused with sperm cell, and the diploid zygote, which is a 2n number in nature, is developed over here, and then that 2n zygote divide and redivide in with a meiotic type of division, and there is a development of young rhizoids and protonyma, which is haploid in nature. This protonyma again develop into a multicellular form, that is nothing but a new plant. So in this way we have completed the reproduction which found in Chara. Then here are some taxonomic characteristics of Chara. The systematic position of Chara has been controversial for a long time. So F.E. Fritsch in 1935 placed Chara under the order Charales of the class Chlorophyceae, which has characterized cellulosic nature of the cell wall, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B as a photosynthetic pigment, starch as reserve food, and number of flagella is 2 and equal in length. Like life cycle patterns are the typical Chlorophycean member. Later, Smith in 1938 and 55 placed the Charales in the separate class, that is a Chlorophyceae, under the division Chlorophyta. He placed Chara under the class Chlorophyceae based on the following character, that is, these members are commonly known as stoneworts. Plant body is an erect branch thallus differentiated into a regular succession of nodes and internodes. Each node bears a whorls of branch of limited growth, but branches capable of unlimited growth may arise axillary to the axillary bud to the leaves. The members of the class are heavily calcified, means they have calcification or they have a calcium. Then female sexual reproductive structure are bun cells surrounded by a sheath of sterile cells and are always borne upon the leaves. The antheridia are one cell united in uniseriate branch filaments surrounded by a common spherical envelope composed of 8 cells. Following Smith, Prescott also placed Chara under the separate class Charophyceae of the phylum called as a Charophyta. Later, Boll and Viney placed Chara in another member as in a division Charophyta, but instead of using the name Charophyta like other divisions, they named the division Charophyta. In this way, Chara possesses its own taxonomic position and they have some common features as like plant body is haploid, nucleus look like a complex structure, it is actually a simple unicellular structure. The diploid stage is restricted in zygote. They possess difference between Chara and the members of a green algae are strong enough to put Chara in a separate class under the division Chlorophyta. According to Crunch, Chara is a remnant of many portable evolutionary tendencies that have failed to attain land habit. On the basis of morphological and cytological characters, oospore ornamentation pattern are studied by many more scientists, which are reported over here, and in this way there is a taxonomic arrangement of a Chara. So over here we have completed reproduction in Chara. In next lecture we are going to know about a sargassum.